Hi, this is Michael Nesbitt on behalf of Dan Green for the Bike Marketer team. I'd like to say hello, I hope you're well. I hope everything is going, as we say in the UK, hunky-dory for you. I think that was actually a David Bowie album, but that's another plug there for David Bowie. At Bike Marketer today, what I'm going to be doing a review of a great product that will help you get to the top of Google in various languages. Which is a massive thing really, because a lot of people out there don't just speak English. If you look at the likes of the USA and Europe, there's lots and lots of traffic out there that you're possibly not getting access to because you're not spinning articles in their language, and this software will help you do that. Now, as you probably know, people do billions and billions of keyword searches every single day. But it's not only sites with a lot of content that get rewarded with free traffic by Google, Bing and Yahoo. And no, you don't need to be a writer to manually create content spending hours and hours every day. Anyone can fill their sites with traffic pulling content with the help of a piece of software that will spin articles for you. And today we're going to be reviewing WP AutoRewriter. It's very, very simple to use. It's so straightforward. It takes about a minute. You put the article in, you basically click a button saying rewrite, and it spins the article and changes all the synonyms to different ones. You can actually go in and change things manually if you wish, or you can just have the article spun and then you click update and the article is completely rewritten. And it takes about a minute, and it's very, very straightforward and simple to use. Now, as I touched on a little bit earlier, the language aspect is very, very important. Now, this is the software. Within the software, there's a thing here where you can spin things in other languages. So that would be very, very useful. Basically, because the world is so cosmopolitan nowadays, especially the likes of the USA, especially here in the UK. Now, English, although it's most people's first language, there's other languages that are spoken by tens of millions of people. If you look at the likes of California, in fact, if we do that, so these are the different languages that you can spin in on the software very simply. If we look at the likes of the USA, you've got about 230 million people who speak English as a native speaking language, but you've also got nearly 40 million people here who speak Spanish. You've got another nearly 3 million people speaking Cantonese or Mandarin, which is, the different Chinese languages. And then you've got French and French Creole, and there's about, for the French Creole language in French, there's just over 2 million people. But you've also got the likes of Canada. I think there's about, in fact, I think I might have it here. There you go. There's 7 million Canadians speaking French. Now, living in the UK, we live basically 15 miles across the water from France. It's the second language everyone learns in school. All I know how to say in French is "Je ne comprends pas," which is "I do not understand," or "Parlez-vous anglais?" So I only know how to say "Do you speak English?" or "I'm sorry, I don't understand." But the French people actually love it when you try to speak French. And most people do speak English around the world, but there's a great deal of marketplace out there to spin things in other languages so you get the top of Google, not just in English, but in French and Spanish, and especially in the USA as well. Now, if we look at the likes of the USA and we look at California, there's nearly 40 million people in California. Now, that's enormous. California is twice the size of the UK, although we've got nearly 70 million people in the UK, we're all crammed in. Now, that's a huge marketplace, and you might think, oh yeah, great, I can do the West Coast, that's not a problem. But look, there's 44% of California speak Spanish. That's 2/3 of the people speaking Spanish in California. That's a huge market, and if you have articles spun in Spanish on your website, and you can then obviously helps you get to the top of Google in these other languages. It's a massive thing. Now, this is how simple it is to spin. You basically click rewrite the post after you've put the article in or the post in. You click rewrite the post and you click update, and it spins the article. So that's how simple and straightforward it is, and it's very, very important to take note of these other languages, because there's a massive amount of traffic that you're missing out on. And if the traffic comes from a Spanish-speaking Spanish speaking article that you've spun, then the people come to your website. These people will speak English as a second language, and they will easily be able to understand all of your offers. So it's a huge thing to tap into. Now what I'm going to do is, before I go into the bonuses, I'm going to get one of the WP AutoRewriter team just to go through the aspects and show you how simple it is to rewrite these articles that you can find online.
Okay, so this is the article which I want to rewrite. So what I will do, I will just click on edit button over here, and you can say there is a widget added over here. You can just simply click on the rewrite post button over here, and it will start rewriting your article automatically. Now the article is rewritten. Now you can see all the green words which are changed. If you visit on this synonyms tab, you can see that for every word there are provided with the synonyms. You can use those synonyms for making your article unique. If you want to do this manually to have a perfect grammar ready readable text, you can do it manually. Normally these texts are now you can just over on these green buttons over here, you can see the suggested synonyms from the list, which you can just simply use with your article. You can just select those out over here. Now whenever, if you want to restore your original article, you can just simply click on the original article button over here. Can simply click on the original article button over here, and you can see the original article is there. You can just simply click on restore original article to restore a version which is do not have any rewritten sentences into it. So whenever you want to when you have completed your process of changing your article, you can just simply click on update content into editor, and whenever you click on that button, you will see the article is added over here. Now if you go ahead and check this sentence as Michael, you can see the whole sentence is changed. I will just copy that sentence here to, so you can check the difference into these two sentences. So you can see the content is rewritten, and now I just have to click on update, and I will preview the post. Now you can see the title is totally different than the original title. The content is also totally different. If you can just check, like for example, this you are a good got to say goodbye, and if you can check acquired to say goodbye, so it almost automatically changes all the text into text of URLs as well, and the content is getting the unique content is getting created using this plugin.
On the note of other languages as well, especially Spanish-speaking people in California, you will have a huge amount of Latin and Spanish-speaking pop stars. There'll be lots and lots of articles regarding that. There'll be Spanish sports stars in baseball and other sports, and there'll be Spanish-speaking politicians across the USA as well. If you can tap into this market, and that's just one of the many languages that you'll be able to spin articles in, you will tap into a huge marketplace that is full of Spanish-speaking people, and this will bring a great deal of traffic to your website, and it's traffic that you're not tapping into at the moment, and this could be very, very useful to you. Creating a new traffic stream, I know from experience, is a brilliant way to raise commissions and do extremely well, and it's a new marketplace, and it's something new that you should really, really tap into. Before we go into the bonuses, I just thought I'd show you this. Obviously, a lot of people do live in North America. And if you look here, how many people live in South America? You've got 4 422.5 million people that speak Spanish or Portuguese in various regions of South America. That is an enormous marketplace for you to tap into by rewriting and respinning articles using WP AutoRewriter. That's a huge marketplace that you're not tapping into at this moment in time. You've got very huge countries like Brazil. Brazil has a really large booming economy, and that could be something where you could really get a lot of traffic and gain a lot of commissions and get a lot of business from. It makes total and absolute sense to do this and to spin things in Spanish or Portuguese, which if I scroll back up to where here we go. So you can, within the software, you can spin things in Spanish and Portuguese as well, which would be really useful to you, tapping into over 400 million people who doubtless a great deal of them, you know, even if only a quarter of them are online, that's another 100 million people. It makes total and absolute sense. Now I'm going to go into our bonuses. And the bonuses today are going to be all about targeting, and they're going to be about traffic and targeting, and very important for you to consider this, because it's a market that you're not tapping into. Okay, I will do that now for you. So now to our gift and our bonuses for today. This is our gift, which is called Facebook Retargeting Secrets. Even just for opening an email with Byte Marketer, you get a gift from us. And this is an ebook. It also has various other graphics and all kinds of sales pages and all kinds of email swipes and alternative headlines and social media messages and things like that. But the main thing is an ebook all about Facebook retargeting secrets. So this should help you with traffic, because knowing a lot about social media is very important, and where to get traffic from and how to get traffic. Because the main thing that you can do with the articles that you respin is if the article is something that a lot of people are clicking upon, then obviously when people are putting it into searches on Bing and Yahoo and Google, then there's a chance your article will show. But you can also push that as well, so you can put that up on social media. People will see it on social media, people will click and come through to your site, and if you do this in different languages as well, this will really help your traffic. So this is Facebook Retargeting Secrets, and that's a 45-page ebook for you, which will be very helpful to you, and that's our gift from us to you just for opening the email today. So the first bonus for you today is Traffic Secrets Unleashed. And this has a series of training videos. It's got graphics, it's got mobile tools, promo tools, it's got sales pages, doodle video. If I click on the training videos, you'll see the training videos here. There's various training videos going through various subjects here. We've got things like slick deals, site quotes, eBay classifieds, all kinds of stuff within there, which will really help you. That is Traffic Secrets Unleashed. If I can actually get me words out today. It's the end of the week, what do you expect? So that's Traffic Secrets Unleashed, and there's a series of videos which will really be able to help you regarding all different kind of traffic secrets, especially to do with WP AutoRewriter, which will be able to spin things not just in English but in other languages as well, to help you with all of your traffic coming to your page. And our second bonus today is called Instant Traffic for Pennies using Bing ads. Now, a lot of people underestimate Bing. A lot of people just completely ignore it, like people used to with the likes of Pinterest, thinking, oh, that doesn't work for me. And a lot of people, like ourselves, have looked into the things that people don't pay attention to understand why aren't people doing that, what's the important element to it. You know, Bing is really quite enormous as well. I know a lot of people look at Google and it's a massive, there's a Japanese word for it, isn't it? A massive zaibatsu of a company, and people say, oh, I'm going to go with the big one, I'm going to go with the big one. But Bing is still very useful to you. I think there's like something like 300 million people a day use it. So there's a lot of people use Bing to search as well, and a lot of computers that people buy when you open it up. Bing is the browser that is automatically on there, so people just automatically use it and get used to it. Now, Bing ads, people do underestimate Bing ads, because they're for absolutely pennies, really for pennies, for nothing. And if you have something that you can tap into that you haven't used before, very much like WP AutoRewriter, where you haven't tapped into be able to spin stories in other languages, then it's worth looking into, and we would definitely recommend. So this is all a series of videos looking into how Bing ads can actually help you. So that's your second bonus for today. So now we'll just recap on everything I've mentioned during the review today. This is WP AutoRewriter. You can rewrite articles in English, but you can also rewrite, you can have it spin articles in other languages as well, which will really be able to help you. These are the other languages. Spanish and Portuguese would be the main ones that I would concentrate on. The reason for that is you've not just got California, where 44% of people speak Spanish. There's nearly 37 million people just in the US speaking Spanish, but you've also got South America as well. You've got France, the French language in Canada as well. You can spin things in French. There's a lot of people who live up in Quebec who speak French as their first language as well, right on your doorstep. You've got 40 million people living in California, and 44% of them speaking Spanish. So it is really fantastic that you do have these languages right on your doorstep. 422.5 million people speaking either Spanish or Portuguese in South America. So that's our review for today on WP AutoRewriter, which is I would recommend this piece of software. It taps into a marketplace you've probably never tapped into before, and you can only reap the benefits of that. My name is Michael Nesbitt. On behalf of Dan Green and the Bike Marketer team, I'd like to say please click the notification bell below, like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share this video on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can, and we will help as many people as possible to try to make an income online. Michael Nesbitt on the Bike Marketer team. Thank you very much for listening. Cheers. Bye-bye now.